live.
Going live. You're going
We're
live.
actually
you're live.
In those couple seconds, we were actually transmitting through the airwaves.
Some Star Trek going on?
No, I mean right now we're actually being transmitted through the airwaves.
Like what? Like the thing in Willie Wonka's chocolate factory, that giant camera? We're going through the air?
Basically.
In a million pieces.
I mean,
we're over our heads in a million pieces.
And then they're putting us together,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody is watching them on another screen. Somebody's watching us.
That's what it is, yeah. That's literally Wonka vision. Here we are. We're back. Segment 2. I don't disagree. Wonka vision. That's the redoubtable Tom Izzo. I'm actually the highly questionable one.
I'm Willie Wonka.
He's Willie Wonka tonight. I'm also Slugworth. How about that? I'm also Slugworth. That's a good name for you. Welcome back. Segment 2.
I'm not giving up my gobstopper.
Don't ever give up that gobstopper, dude. It's forever. Segment 2. I don't
nothing.
I don't disagree.
You stole fizzy lifting juice. You bumped your head on the ceiling, which now has to be cleaned and sanitized. Scrubbed and sanitized.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Wow, there's a red for you.
You're a monster.
Remember I said good day,
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. How dare you, Polo Boys? I'm going to smash them all the bases. You're an in-game monster. You mean whatever it was.
Okay, but can we talk about, before we get to the Mets and baseball, which I know is what we're setting out here to do.
That was the title, yeah.
But we're gonna have to shift the title.
Nowhere in the middle of that was a Willie Wonka rant.
No, but one thing that me and my family have always laughed about is the grandparents in Willie Wonka.
Well, I think everybody's laughed about the grandparents in Willie Wonka.
I mean, the way they laid in bed,
dude,
like they couldn't move, and he's sending him out to get cigarettes.
Grandpa Joe,
they can't put a bean on the table.
Grandpa Joe is a shyster. I mean, I don't know what a piece of dung he is.
Garbage.
Steaming pile of mastodon dung. That's you, Grandpa Joe.
Did nothing to help his family, and then his kid goes to a candy factory and he goes, "Oh yeah, I can feel my legs again."
The boy is doing everything. The four adults in the room. You can't even go freaking work. I mean, give me a break. You can't go push. Come on, terrible. You can't go answer phones.
You can do anything.
Oh,
you go sweep sidewalks or something. My God,
the mother's got a laundry room, stewing laundry they're eating cabbage water for dinner. Ridiculous.
And
that's what they're eating.
Remember? Go get me some.
She brought. Remember we got that big loaf of bread. She's like, "We'll have a real banquet, like with a loaf of bread." What are you having a banquet? What are you doing with that thing that I don't know about? I mean, come on.
Humble beginnings. But yeah, Grandpa Joe. Joe. Come on, dog.
A shyster of the century right there. That dude. He really was. No,
man, did you see the way he was guzzling that fizzy lifting juice? Somebody had a problem.
Somebody definitely had a problem.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but Grandpa Joe, he could have used a meeting or two.
He's the reason they say sipping on some of Grandpa's cough medicine, are you? That's Grandpa Joe. Yeah. Anyway.
That's a Dumb and Dumber
reference.
That's a
Dumb and Dumber, yes.
There could be a lot of people out there that see me clicking like that and go,
yeah,
what is he doing?
I don't.
It's from a movie.
Yeah. You may or may not have heard of it.
You'd shut your mouth if you knew it was good for you.
Buddy, that was
Tic Tac.
Yeah, when he drank that. Yeah, Tic Tac, sir. Throwing up on the side of the road.
That's when he's like,
out of here.
Pull over. He's like, no, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
I remember when they saw the guy and the girls that staring at their asses, and Jim goes, "Wow, look at that butt." And she goes, "Yeah, he must work out." That movie is timeless. Anyway,
I don't know if it is.
Have
you watched it recently?
No, but I guess
because at one point that was my favorite comedy of all time. But I think if I put it on now, I don't know,
dude.
You think it still holds up?
Oh God, yes. I would bet it does. I'll tell you why, because half of it you couldn't do now.
But that's what I'm saying. So see, I think it could be different. How old were you when that movie came out?
That came out in 1994, I believe.
Were you in your 20s?
I was 21.
Okay.
That was the year I broke my neck.
Damn.
That was that spring. Yeah. So I remember it well.
So 21. So I think it is different when
20. Yeah.
I think it's different where for me, when I saw that, I was probably like, I don't know.
You were
12?
12.
12.
Definitely different.
So it's
Half
almost
of
like
it you
it's almost like
couldn't
my
watch.
humor has changed since that was the funniest movie ever for me, even though I still say it was.
Tom, I've seen your sense of humor.
different
I've
than when I
reveled in
was
it.
12.
I've been low. I've loathed you for it. I've been on every end of this. I can safely say that your sense of humor has not changed, and you will still find it hysterical.
Okay.
Literally.
All right.
Trust me. So
All right, let's get into baseball.
baseball, yeah. So hey, funny thing happened on the way to the pennant. The Atlanta Braves decided to show up. The defending world champs do not want to go quietly into the good night, and they are going to make the Mets earn this. Which, here's the thing, and this is coming from it again. My pony's already in the corral. It's over. But
Was that Dylan John?
who? John Dillon?
Was it Dylan John?
I have no idea.
Don't go quietly into the night.
It was who was it?
It was Dylan John, I think.
Was it? Dylan Thomas.
Dylan Thomas. That
Dylan
was
Thomas.
it. That was it.
Oh my god.
The only reason I kind of know
I
that.
didn't know we were going back to college tonight, folks.
The only reason I
But-
kind of know that is from the movie Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer when she's like the white savior.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
in an
good
inner city
movie.
school with
She was a
you know,
Marine, by the way.
bunch of
Played
black
Marine.
and brown kids, and
Yeah,
she comes in and saves the day.
she did. She was the light. They called her the light.
I did like that movie when I was a kid, but now I look at it and I go, all right.
Come on, there's some good Gangsta's Paradise, some good song, good tunes, good.
Oh man,
soundtrack.
I mean the soundtrack
yeah,
killed,
yeah.
but the
Wow.
movie's a little.
What?
They always make those movies where there's like a great white hope that like comes in and saves the day.
Did you ever see Stand By Me? No, I'm sorry, not that one.
Lean on me.
Lean on Me.
That wasn't a great white hope.
Exactly, but he came in and saved the day, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. It's not just. It's not. It goes both ways.
No,
Yes,
but that
good
makes
plan.
more sense.
Coach Carter. I mean, yeah, come on. But that
It makes more sense. Somebody from the community.
Nothing wrong with
saves the
that.
day. Not somebody from outside the community. Not saying that can't happen.
Theoretically, anything can
I'm
happen.
not saying that can't happen.
It wasn't a real movie. It was
Right.
a fictional movie.
Well, yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why not? I don't. Why not make the movie?
Female
with-
Marine goes into, wherever she went into, and
I think it was
saved the
like
day.
Compton or something.
Yeah, something like
Somewhere
as
around
long as
there.
they Compton.
It was in LA. I don't know if it was
It's a bad
Compton.
neck of the woods. Anyway, so that he forgot to knock. Oh my god, I remember that rant. You sent him away because he forgot to knock. She wanted to take that guy out. I'm trying to teach my kids manners. It was all you could see on her face. I'll tell you, Michelle Pfeiffer in that moment proved she could act
The kid
because
got
she
killed.
made me believe. She's like,
Didn't the
I
kid
would-
get killed? Didn't the kid get
He got
killed?
shot, and he actually took her advice, went to the principal for help, and he sent him away because
Right.
he forgot to knock.
And I
Now
remember her
Michelle
going-
Pfeiffer blows a gasket, justifiably so, I might add.
I remember when she
and
goes, "What should I tell them? If they don't want to get shot, they should remember to knock."
first. That's unfair. And I swear, she wanted to
Is
kill
it
him.
unfair?
Is it unfair? Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
anyway,
I can't remember how we got on that.
I don't either, but we were talking about
Oh, Dylan Thomas,
Dylan Thomas.
because she read the poem.
Because the Braves are not going quietly into that or gentle into that good night. They're not.
That makes
They're
me
gonna-
hate the Braves even more.
But this is the thing about this.
because I hated that whole.
If the
poem
Mets
thing.
win this thing,
Mhm.
which they can,
Mhm.
if they're healthy, they have a legitimate chance to win. I'm not saying they're gonna. I'm saying if they're healthy,
No
they
doubt.
have as good a shot as anybody as far as I'm
they're not healthy.
not right now. They're not.
Either-
There's still a month to go.
There's like 25 games.
If
dude.
there's
It's not
still
full
a
month.
month to go,
Not a whole month.
but whatever, they'll be ready. They'll be healthy by the playoffs.
Oh yeah, yes. I thought you meant
No.
could the Mets win the division? I thought we
No,
were talking.
I'm
division.
saying the whole thing.
Hmm.
And the feedback I heard and got today, because I inquired about this. I was working. I was
Who'd
prepping.
you inquire to?
I went to the host with the most,
Who?
Michael Wilbon.
He doesn't fucking know shit about the Mets.
Michael Wilbon says the Mets are going to win this thing. I'll tell you
Okay,
why.
You want to
I'll
know about the Mets? You come to me.
I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why he's right. Because everything that he said, you would have said.
Let's hear it.
He said that their pitching staff is as good as anybody. I'll put those two up with anybody. They are up and down the lineup. They have balance. They have depth. They can win in a multitude of ways. This is not a one-trick pony. And this is, and he said,
Why was he talking about the Mets?
Because it was the Mets and the Braves because the Braves caught him. So they were asking him what he thought was it the Mets choking or the Braves? He said the Mets aren't choking. The Braves are the Braves. They could have done this in any division they were in. They're the world champions.
Any other
the
division,
Mets are still playing.
Any other division, they'd be in first place.
Probably, yes.
Not probably.
Well, it's the Dodgers.
Except the Dodgers.
Well, not any other division.
Any other division, they would be in the they would be in first place.
I don't know. That at least is tough. If they had to go against 4 teams like that, take the Red Sox out of it. The other 4. Okay.
But I'm saying with their current record, they would be in first place in that division.
But if they were playing that schedule, I don't know that they'd have that record. In fact, I don't think they would. Because as good as the Mets are 1. There are 304 teams here we're talking. Yankees,
but
Braves.
They're not close. But they're not close to the Mets.
No. I'm saying I think the Rays are. The Rays are close. The Reds are better, but the Rays
not in terms of record.
No, I know, but that's because they're in that division.
Dude, if you look at Phillies, Braves, Mets, those are 3 of the better records in baseball.
And I'm telling you, the AL East has 4 legit playoff teams in it.
I agree with legit playoff teams.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They'd be legit either way. I think their records would be better if they weren't pounding the piss out of each other. If they were in different divisions,
maybe.
So that you can make that point. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that argument can be made both ways, legitimately. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I want to put that notion to bed too.
The point is, the Rays. I mean, the Braves are a great team.
Yeah,
and the Mets aren't necessarily. They're not. The Braves are rising. They're going up to the Mets level, where the Mets aren't sinking. Okay, the Mets are the Mets, and when the Mets get healthy, the Mets can win this thing.
Okay, let me say something, because I do agree with Michael Wilbon on that, and maybe he does know shit about the Mets,
right?
But
he knows baseball.
So Met fans, we have a tendency to overreact. We're very sensitive to losses. We're very sensitive to embarrassment. When we see it, it reminds us of collapses and we panic. Okay, and everyone else outside of Metdom, except people like RJ and I guess Michael Wilbon, they have a tendency to react to that stuff too and say, oh, "Look, the Mets lost, 3 straight games, 2 to the Nats and 1 to the Pirates. They're collapsing again." Let me explain something, okay? Over the first 43 series this season, the Mets have lost 1 series to a non-playoff team.
That means they're winning the games they're supposed to win.
That series over the weekend where they lost 2 out of 3 to the Nats, that's the first time a non-playoff team has beat them in a baseball series. 4 games, 2 games.
Yeah, we have 25 games left, and that finally happened.
Right. So to say they're choking, it's like, my God.
Choking. They're not.
The Braves have been playing better than anyone in baseball since June 1st, and the Mets are still in front of them.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me they're choking.
And the Mets have played well.
Right.
So
the Mets are 36 games over.
I think either one of those 2 teams, regardless of where they finish, can still win it.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Yeah. I don't think it would be a stretch. I wouldn't be a stretch for if either was a wild card and won the whole thing. It would not shock me one damn bit if they're healthy. Either one of them can do it. Because they can win on the road. They've got the pitching. Pitching always trumps hitting. And the Mets 1-2 punches better than anybody's baseball.
Except maybe the Braves.
It's right there.
Because the Braves have Max Fried and Strider.
Well, one of them might have to go through the Dodgers first.
Well,
one of them may not.
That's why the division is key.
They're going to run into them either way.
No, but listen.
I think.
If you win the division, okay, you get a bye.
Yeah.
And then you basically get everything gets reseeded.
Yeah.
And
they'll be the 2 seed.
And either the Braves or the Phillies will be going to play the Dodgers.
The Dodgers are going to be the 1 seed. So.
Right. Yeah. So if you win the
wouldn't you rather get the Dodgers early though, because they've been sitting around?
Maybe
that works that way too. Sometimes
I thought about that too.
I would rather play the Dodgers if they've been sitting around for 5 days. They come off a nice 5 game when they're ready to go 1 step closer. All that shit.
But the other thing is, who would you rather play for a 5-game series?
The Dodgers or anyone?
Well, the Dodgers or the Braves.
I don't know.
I think I'd rather play the Dodgers for a 5-game.
I don't know. It's good. That's a tough call. I don't disagree with that.
Because I think the Mets can beat the Braves in a 7-game series. I think
you're splitting
hairs. I think they're better.
I think those 3 teams are a lot closer than people realize.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying I think those three teams are even. You put them in a hat, it's even.
that's why I'm saying.
So I
the
don't.
difference of
I
beating
don't
one of those
know.
teams might be playing them in the 5 game or the
Yeah,
7.
I don't know what's the better scenario. The reason I say get them early is because they've been sitting around for 5 days waiting for a winner. Then that rust thing, there's such a time that I've seen that go the other way with teams too. I've seen this happen to the Red Sox when they look as that 5 day. There's such a thing as having too much time off. 3 days is one thing, 5 or 6 is another.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the longer that series goes, the longer they're going to be sitting with their heels.
Yeah, but listen to the teams that the Mets have lost series to: Mariners,
who are a playoff team.
Giants, not a playoff team.
No.
But they were over 500 when they did that.
Yeah. They're not terrible.
So I guess that's the one other playoff team or non-playoff team that they lost to.
But the Giants have a winning record, though.
Yeah.
So
and they were even better earlier in the year.
Yeah, they're not terrible.
Mariners, Giants, Padres, Astros 2 times.
Yeah.
Padres, Yankees, Braves.
Yeah.
And then the Nationals, which sucked, but like
there's got to be one.
Yeah. I mean, the Dodgers lost the series to the Pirates earlier.
We talked about this the last time we spoke about it. That the hardest part of baseball is how long it is. Yeah. You cannot. There is no one I know can be motivated for 162 games. There is no way. At some point, you hit the dog days, or you hit that wall whenever it happens for you as an athlete. And I've hit it as an athlete, so I have an idea of what it feels like. And you just for some reason you reach back one day and it's not there. You don't have your fastball that day, or you didn't have your jump shot that day, whatever it is. Okay. But everybody has those days. You're still human. So my thing is where you're sitting around for 5 days kind of thinking we're going to get the least favorite. That team's been through hell to get to you. They ain't going to be afraid of you. And you've been sitting around. They're ready to go. So that is real. And that has happened. That's why I love the baseball. To me, it's like the NHL. NHL, the 8th seeded team can win the Stanley Cup. Baseball, the world can win the World Series. You don't see that generally in the NFL or in the NBA. Usually, the cream rises to the top.
Well, like
there can be an upset in one game.
Well, because if your pitching catches fire,
pitching is the great.
It's hard to overcome that.
Yeah, pitching is the great equalizer. Just like in hockey, the goalie. If you get a hot goalie in hockey, he can carry a whole frig. I saw a guy do it in Boston 11 years ago. So he stood on his head. I mean, his best. It was greatest postseason goalie performance since freaking Patrick Roy for the Canadians. But anyway, bottom line is,
let's not tangent into
those
hockey.
sports. We're not tangenting into hockey. I'm just making a point. Don't relax. Don't get nervous. They're not even back yet. So the bottom line is that baseball is a sport like that.
You know how many viewers we lost when you said the word hockey?
Same as we said Mets?
No.
It's been 0 since we were.
No. The Mets are definitely up in the ratings.
The ratings are right. But anyway, the point is baseball is.
No, you're right. You're right. Our football
does it in basketball
segment. We were crammed with fans.
Yeah, we were. There was 2. Actually, no, there were 6 of them at one point. Not in a row, but there were 6 different viewers.
No, there weren't.
Thank you for there was. You can look back at the tape. It says 6 people saw it. 6.
You're right,
popping
man.
in and out. So
football sells.
To you 6 people, that's a touchdown.
Football sells.
That was a touchdown. We just missed the extra point, though.
Mets don't sell. Footballs.
Well, if the Red Sox were good, that might help, but they stink. So, but what happened? They won 5 rounds. Oh yeah, Tampa Bay showed up.
The Yankees are getting ready to sweep a doubleheader.
John Henry, sell. You won out your welcome. Get out of Dodge. Or actually, go to Dodge. Get out of Boston. Anyway, so yeah, the Mets have as good a shot as anybody. I don't know whether it matters if they win the division or not. I don't think it does for either one of those teams. They're both capable. As opposed to when you get the Dodgers, when's the best time to get the Dodgers? I don't know.
I would rather the Mets win the division.
Yeah.
So that if they have to fight to the end of the division, they have time to line up their pitching properly.
Oh, that's fair.
Because for the Mets, that's important.
That's fair.
To get Scherzer and DeGrom at the top so that when they start that division round, they can go to work and try to make that series quick.
Sure.
And then set their pitching for the NLCS.
I get, listen.
That's why I think it's important. To your point, though, if the health of Scherzer means we have to win the wild card, then I'm fine with that.
I would rather
because I would rather go. I would rather be a wild card team
healthy
with him and
than a division winner and
healthy.
injured.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
you
an
got those
easy
two.
choice.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it matters for them. They got to be healthy. That's what matters.
Yes. No. So I like the fact that they put him on the IL.
Yeah,
because it shows me they're not desperate. They're still thinking clearly.
No, they know they're in it.
Right.
Nobody's catching them.
So
nobody's catching them. If they become the wild card team, nobody's catching them.
Philly's the third team.
Yeah.
They're 11 back of them.
Yeah, they ain't catching them. Stop it. They're not catching them.
Yeah. So now, because the Mets swept a doubleheader today, the Braves had tied them last night.
Yeah. They're a half game back.
When the Mets won their first game, what?
Are they one full game back?
We're a half game ahead.
Okay.
All right. So now we go back into first place. Both teams have an off day tomorrow. The Mets go to Miami for 3, and the Braves go to Seattle for 3. So I'm really hoping the Mets can take care of business, and Seattle can really give the Braves a good fight, maybe take 2 out of 3 from them. I don't think Seattle is as good as Atlanta, but that doesn't mean they couldn't beat them 2 games.
Seattle's been playing very good ball the second half.
Seattle has some good pitching.
Yeah.
They got some good young players.
They're on the come up. I don't know if this is their year where they make I don't think they're winning it, but I mean, do they win a series? I don't know. But
I heard somebody say
they've got pitching.
Well, Steve Phillips, he's an ex-GM, not a very good GM for the Mets. Although maybe he might have swung the Piazza trade, so maybe I should shut up. But
you better be sure.
So he was talking to Mad Dog, I think.
Yeah.
And Mad Dog was asking him, all right, it's probably about 5 teams that could actually win the thing, between both leagues.
Yeah.
And Steve Phillips said, I don't agree with that. He said the Mariners are a team that could win the World Series because of their pitching. Like if they get in and their pitching is lights out, like they could surprise people and make a run. I didn't realize they were that good. They beat the Mets earlier in the year before they had really become this good.
Yeah.
But I really hope they can, knock the Braves around and give them a hard time. And the Mets can take care of business in Florida. Miami.
This is one, they just got to be healthy. I don't care where the Mets end up in the standings. If they are healthy, I will take them against the field with that pitching. Because I honestly haven't seen better pitching all year than theirs.
And here's the other thing. If the rest of the guys can just hold down the fort, they will win every series against these shitty teams.
Yeah, they're good enough to do it without,
But they can't be pressing and thinking, oh, my God, we got to win. It's like, no, you're playing a team 40 games under 500.
Yeah.
Take your same approach.
Yeah. Don't change nothing.
And you're going to beat these teams.
Yeah. You're still the better team.
Right.
Overall.
By a lot.
Yeah. So
even if Scherzer isn't on the mound.
Exactly.
So win these friggin' easy games.
They have to just this is where having these veterans helps because they've been in this scenario and they know, look, stay the course, don't panic. We got this far, do it. We don't change now. 35 games over 500. Clearly you're doing a lot more right. Don't overthink it. Right. Don't overthink it. So
the other concern from the day, Starling Marte got hit on the hand. And
broken?
I don't know. I think they were calling it a partially
bone bruise,
partially non-displaced fracture.
A partially non-displaced fracture.
But he's day to day.
What exactly is a partially non-displaced fracture?
They couldn't figure it out on the air.
Anyone? Let
me see.
Partially not.
That would be a major blow.
Yeah.
If he's gone.
Yeah. If he's gone, if he's back for the playoffs.
If he's back before the playoffs, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if his hand's broken, he'll be out for the year.
Well, it depends on which bone he broke.
But fractured finger. You can play with a
fractured finger. Yeah.
A day after taking a 96-mile-per-hour Mitch Keller fastball off his right middle finger in the first inning of the Mets series opener.
Was his right middle finger?
Pirates.
Or was it his left middle finger?
Oh, that was yesterday. Okay. Marte learned that he had suffered a non-displaced fracture of the finger. Marte initially stayed in Tuesday's game, but then came out.
So
he's day to day.
All right. Well, they're better than 4 weeks or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So that means they'll rush him back. Whether he's 100% or he feels 100%, you're not going to rush him back. You can get away with that. So they're deep enough.
Yeah.
In any event, so yeah, I mean, and as far as the AL goes, I think it's the Astros. If you're asking me tomorrow who's the favorite to come out of there, I have to say it's the Astros. But Tampa Bay isn't. It's probably them. The Yankees don't look. I know they think they won the other day. The Yankees, I don't know. They look very.
They just won 3 in a row from the Twins.
Yeah, the Twins though.
But that was after looking real shaky against Tampa and barely avoiding a sweep.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
I'm not sold on the Yankees anymore. But they clearly, given that they're not, there's some injuries, but they're not. There's not that they were playing.
It's beyond that.
They were playing over their head because they haven't got out of this funk in like 7 weeks.
Now Rizzo's on the IL.
Yeah. So I mean, they're beatable. They're not going to get home field. Looks like
They are beatable, but they could still win it all. If they
of course, they could. They have enough talent to win it all, but
if they go back to playing the way they were in the beginning, which maybe they can't. Maybe that's just
if they were playing over their head, then they can't.
Right.
Well,
I mean, they could.
I mean, theoretically, you can.
They could.
Yeah, pitching. You never know pitching. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying they look very beatable right now. And to me, they don't. I wouldn't be scared of them right now.
No.
You can pitch around, Judge, and
I'd rather play them than the freaking Astros.
I'm saying the Astros would scare me more,
Yeah.
and Tampa Bay would, because I know Tampa Bay can beat the Yankees. I know they can. So
Toronto could beat the Yankees too.
Toronto offensively is very scary. They really are. Offensively, they're fun to watch. They're fireworks.
I wonder what the playoff matchups would be in the AL.
I can look. Well, if it were to end tomorrow.
Yeah, if it ended today.
Today, rather.
Let's see.
Well, the top two would be the Astros. I think is 1, and then the Yankees are 2. And then who won the Central? Who would it be right now?
So Cleveland is currently in first
in the Central.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it looks like Cleveland would play Toronto, and Tampa would play Seattle. Damn,
that'd be good.
Those are some good wild card series.
I'm telling you, this is going to be good from start to finish.
Those are some real good series.
Yeah, those are going to be fun. And I could say the same out in the NL.
Oh yeah, well in the NL, this is what it would be like. St. Louis would play San Diego.
Damn.
And Atlanta would play Philly. Those are two good series too.
I'm telling you, this is going to be good from start to finish. This is a very deep.
And those are quick 3-game series, all at the home.
But the thing is,
stadium.
This is. I can't remember the last time baseball was this deep in terms of these are all good teams.
Yeah,
they really are. They're all good teams. It's going to be fun. And the matchups, styles make fights. And I tell you, there's going to be.
There's some different styles.
There's some different styles of play going on in there.
Really different styles.
Yes, I'm saying it's going to be interesting.
The Cardinals against the Padres. So now you got Juan Soto back in the playoffs because he got sent, from basically baseball hell at this point in Washington.
Yeah.
To baseball heaven. Yeah. Out there in one of the prettiest ballparks.
Oh God, San Diego might be the most beautiful place on earth.
I mean,
how do you get? First of all, if you're from San Diego, you can't ever be depressed. You're not allowed to be depressed.
It's beautiful looking.
You just walk down the street in San Diego, and you think you died and went to heaven. It's like, oh my God.
So they got him and all the other guys they got at the deadline.
Palm trees and just babes everywhere, and it's 75 and sunny every damn day.
Now,
come hell or high water, it's gonna be sunny and 75.
Milwaukee's only 3.5 back.
They're an interesting team too. Who's the kid who hit the 499-yard bomb on Milwaukee? It was the other day. What team was he on? He did it against
Milwaukee. Not
Milwaukee.
499 yards. It was feet.
Feet. No, I meant feet.
I don't know. Was it Yelich or was it a young?
Yeah, it was Yelich.
Oh, Yelich did it?
499 feet. It hit the second.
I didn't
halfway up.
Still hitting homers.
Halfway up on the second part of the second deck. I'm like, damn. And it travels that far out to have a damn steward or something, don't you think? What movie? What quote is that from?
What'd you say?
Damn, and it travels that far out to have a damn steward or something, don't you think?
It's an old one, isn't it?
It's a classic. Come on, man. You're a baseball guy. You don't know that line?
Is it all on Bull Durham?
Yes. Yeah, because he told
I don't
him,
like that movie that
he
much.
told Kevin Costner he shook him off. And then
he goes,
fastball.
Yeah.
And he goes, what? Show off my pitcher? Run, dummy, run. He goes, wow, he hit the shit out of that one. He's like, wow, look, he hit the fucking ball. He gets a free steak.
I don't
You
like
having
that
fun
many
yet?
baseball movies.
Yeah, but Kevin Costner makes that movie because he's that old grizzled vet who talks shit. Well, it's just like, and the best part about his shit talking is every point he's making makes sense for the most part. It's until the end when he starts talking about Lee Harvey Oswald acting alone, but whatever. That's beside the point. That was probably more the character. But anyway, still that movie is loaded with one-liners. You lollygag around the infield. You lollygag up to first base. You lollygag over to the. What does that make us, Roy? Lollygaggers.
Do you remember when on Baseball Tonight they redid some of those scenes using the reporters? Do you remember that?
No, that happened.
Yeah, like Harold Reynolds and
They
Tim
did that
Kirchin.
scene.
Yeah,
That scene.
yeah, the lollygagger scene.
Let
Let me see if I can find it.
The coach, you lollygag up to first base. You lollygag over to the bullpen. You
Dude.
lollygag out to the. Oh my god!
Do you remember how great Baseball Tonight used to be?
Yes,
Is it still on?
I believe it is, but I don't know who's running it or who's hosting it. Rather, I don't know. I think it's still on.
It's probably the guy that does.
I don't know. I think it's still on, but well, you know what? No, it's not because they just rerun Sports Center, like 6 hours of Sports Center. They used to have like, if it would be on, well, you know what? Because ESPN, if ESPN has a game on that night, then maybe they do it after the game. But I don't think they do it every single night, unless it's on ESPN.
Baseball Tonight. It's Harold Reynolds. Harold Reynolds.
Makes you, Larry, lollygag. What's our record, Larry? 8 and 16? 8.
That's Peter Gammons. That's Peter Gammons with his shirt off.
How did we leave?
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. It's great.
You lollygag.
Oh my god, that was great.
All right.
Nothing good. Nothing better than a coach's rant. A good coach's rant.
We've gone tangent.
Yeah, we have. That's all right. It's NFL's back tomorrow. This is gonna be fun. A lot of fun tomorrow night. And this Mets Braves thing ain't going away. So because I don't think either one's gonna yield. So it's gonna come
Dude,
down
Braves
to that.
fans have been coming at me on TikTok
I'm sure they have.
because I'm doing the positive Mets thought of the
Yeah,
day.
I'm sure they're jumping on
And this
that.
one guy comments on my video yesterday. I'm following you just so I can see your misery. I'm like, fuck off.
That's called get a life. son.
Exactly.
If your life is so pathetic that you have to follow another team's fan base just to get some joy out of their misery,
That's pathetic.
what
right?
is going on in your life that you have to do that?
Sad.
You have to resort to that.
I mean,
I understand. I understand.
but like this entire year, I never
taking
sought out Braves
like,
fans to talk shit.
I love watching the Cowboys fold because not because of my brother who's actually the Cowboy fan. I actually feel bad for him because he's actually realistic about it. But these nut jobs, Stephen A. actually remember this, that every year, like come July, if the Super Bowl were played in January or July, the Cowboys would have like 30 of them, according to their fan base. Every July, they're the favorite to win the Super Bowl. Every July. So when I come across a rational Cowboys fan, it's weird. I'm not used to it. So anyway, so yeah, I enjoy their when they go kaplooey. Would I follow them on it to get it? No.
Right.
I don't care.
That's
enough
so
about-
weak.
Yeah, I don't care enough about them to bother.
But that's
I
what
mean-
they call trolling on social media. It's
I
like
guess. Well, if it was I don't know.
so
Yankees, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't do
But
that.
my thing is, I'm not being an asshole fan. I'm posting my positive thought about my team.
Yeah, no, they're all right.
And you come along and say something like that,
I'm
which
following you just for your misery.
it's all in good fun. And what I do, I just respond with like silly ass faces. I told you this, right?
Yes, I've seen the face.
Like I'll record.
Has America seen the face, Tom?
yeah,
Should
yeah.
America
I
see
mean, it's
it?
on TikTok. So I'll record a reply to the comment,
Yeah.
and it's just me like this. Or like, Or like to that
It
guy.
looks like somebody pulled a hook, like there's a hook in your mouth.
To that guy, I was like, "Does this look miserable? Does this look miserable to you?"
You look-
So I kind of take the psychotic, funny way out, and just kind of laugh at them because it's like, come on, dog.
Blackbird. Watch Blackbird, by the way.
I already did.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, I think it is in good fun for the most part, and I have fun back.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all right. That's
but I
fine.
still hate them. I still hate those fans because we have dominated the East the entire year, and I haven't said shit to a Braves fan. And you got
That isn't because you don't want to. You're just superstitious. You don't want to jinx
I never
it.
talk shit. I never talk shit like that.
I've heard you talk shit.
How?
I don't remember a specific moment, but I've heard you do it.
I don't. I'm
I
not
don't care that you do it.
confident. I'm not supremely confident in my teams ever.
It's not about your team per se. It's about like it could be something where it's a neutral thing and you lay in. It's you do it.
No, I'm talking about talk shit about my team. I will never be like, fucking Mets are gonna fuck y'all up. Because
Oh, that I agree with. Yeah, I don't. Think
don't
they
do that.
No.
I'm not like, oh, the Mets own y'all. No.
Fans like that really make me laugh.
Right.
They really do.
So
'Cause they're talking like they're on the team.
right, like they're on the team.
We own your ass.
So,
Oh, yeah.
but it is nice that the Mets, you know, because this one guy's like, oh, the view up here is nice, you know, up at the top. So, you know, it's nice that
the view up
here is nice. I'm like, all right, you've had it for like 3 hours, dickhead. We've had it for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down.
Yeah.
It was nice that the
It only took you 4 months to get here.
Right. You guys are so good. It took you 4 months to catch us.
Yeah.
But
And we're injured, which is why you caught us.
yeah, well, we lost to the Nationals and the Pirates. That's why they caught us.
Listen, they'll lose a game to somebody they're not supposed to.
Mhm.
It happens to everybody.
Oh, they already have.
Yeah. So I'm saying,
I mean, they started the season off poorly.
yeah. So I mean, they can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. So to me, it's about health. We'll see who's
It's
standing at the
about
end.
health, wealth, and stealth.
Yeah, if you're healthy at the end, this is going to be. My hope is that every team goes in healthy. I want to see all these teams full swing and see what happens. Now, obviously, it's not going to be possible because of what Dickhead on the Padres did because he's suspended for the year. But that being aside, if the rest of these teams and the rest of that roster in San Diego comes in healthy, yeah, this is going to be fun, and I wouldn't be shocked at any outcome. I wouldn't, but if you're asking me top 3 teams in the league right now, all baseball, to me,
I'd be shocked if the Phillies
Dodgers, the Mets, and the Astros, and then the Braves.
I'd be shocked if the Phillies won.
Would you?
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying they can't.
I think I'd be shocked if Toronto won. Not because they offensively aren't good enough. I don't know if their pitching would hold up or should hold up. I mean,
We're talking about just the wild card round, right?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the whole shebang.
No, Phillies can't win it.
Okay. You heard it here, folks.
Toronto can't win it.
Okay.
San Diego can't win it.
Okay. If one of those 3 wins it, you're going to get it. You know that, right?
Cleveland and Minnesota
I
can't
don't
win
think
it.
Cleveland can win it. Cleveland's the one team
Mariners
I-
can't win it. I know
Cleveland's the one team I agree.
I don't
with
think
you.
Mariners can win it.
But I've seen things out of other teams where I can see them making a run. I don't see Cleveland making a run on anybody.
I haven't seen shit from the Mariners that tells me they can make a run.
Their pitching is.
They could win a series.
I'm saying winning a series would be.
They're not winning the World
I don't like
Series.
the Mets or I like the Cleveland Indians or Guardians can win a series against anybody in this field.
I agree with that.
I don't think they can. I think they're the worst team in here. They're the one. Team
Although,
that I
hold
agree
on a
with.
second. If they're playing like the Blue Jays or the Mariners, they could beat one of those teams.
The Blue Jays have better hitting. The Mariners have better pitching.
I would take both those other teams,
Yeah, they'd
but I
be
think
favored.
those are the teams they could beat.
Maybe because they're probably the next 2.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
I think they're the least talented of the 3.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So I mean, but anyway, it's going to be a fun month with that. Tomorrow night, I don't know that we'll be on the air. We'll be watching the game, but we will be on the air Sunday night, and we might flirt with a pregame. We'll see what happens Sunday, but probably that would be fun. Anyway, or definitely for the preview of the Sunday night game, we can while we do that. That'd be fun too. So
We could come on and watch the game and talk about it.
We have to move the whole. We're gonna have TV here to watch the games. What do you mean,
Can't we
Sunday?
get it on your iPad?
Possibly.
Don't you have the ticket?
I do. No, I do.
Because you put the iPad right there.
Yeah.
We watch the game and we're getting filmed and we're just talking about the game. No.
Possibly. We could. We have the ticket, so we'll see. I wouldn't mind.
Oh no, it's gonna be on channel
I gotta
12.
take. We'll discuss this off the air. Take my daughter to some thing in the afternoon. I feel like I have to drop her off and then go get her nearby.
Sunday night.
Sunday afternoon at 3:00, right in the middle of the Patriots Dolphins game. My wife's working, so I can't. Anyway, we'll discuss that later. And we'll be back Sunday at some point to talk football and baseball with you guys. So, hey, tomorrow's Thirsty Thursday, and then for all the Friday, the weekend is almost here. Hey, tomorrow night, Rams, Bills. Who you got tomorrow night? Who you got tomorrow night?
Bills.
All right, I got the Rams. Oh, I think the Bills are going to be in the Super Bowl. That is that guy.
This
the
man
redoubtable-
is
the
slurring.
redoubtable Tom Izzo. I am the irrepressible, the questionable, highly questionable. Arjun Malacha. We will see you guys. We will see you guys on the other side on Sunday. Football recap game and setting up for Sunday night football. Until then, stay real. Finish strong.
Is that your tagline now?
No.
Stay real.